Yeah,
It's
we
crazy.
do need more bucks in our
That's
background.
crazy.
Look how
My
good
goodness.
your background. Look at we have bucks, dude.
Yeah,
Look at
right?
these.
We
They're
have
all
one.
forked horns. Look at this.
We have one.
Well, no, these are
This
all
is,
bucks.
believe it or not,
Oh, you got one up there. I see the I see the end of it hanging.
That's the
Not
one that
two
I shot.
shafts,
I
huh?
shot that
yeah,
one.
nice.
no, some car hit this
Yeah.
one.
Or I
Picked it up
shot
off
it.
the side of the road.
Yeah. Sometimes you.
Good
He'll just
stuff.
stay down here.
I was. I don't know if I told this on the podcast ever. But one time I snuck down. Me and Dan snuck down to Indiana because I had like cousins down. I had a cousin down there, but I was in high school. But there were some girls down there as well, and so I told my parents I was going to Dan's. Dan told his parents he's going to my house for the night. We snuck down, but on the way, right near Gary, Indiana, we found a huge velvet buck that just got hit by a car, and so we cut off the antlers. They're still in
Nice.
existence. We had them preserved or whatever with the velvet on.
Mhm.
It's pretty sweet.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I probably, I don't know what, 7, 8 years ago, I killed one in Wyoming. I purposely went out there to kill one in velvet, and we were on a first evening hunt. Outcome a beautiful like real wide 10 and a real wide 8, and never come within. It's one of those ones you can see forever.
Yeah.
Past the big green field, and so we're only hunting evenings because it's so early. It's August.
Right.
And next night, the 10 comes stepping out at like 60, 70 yards. All the velvet's hanging off. I'm like, no. and I'm like watching him, and he's kind of angling away. I'm like, I'm not gonna get shot anyways. I'm watching him straight out in front of me. I look, it's like kind of colored on my eye. Walking out of the woods at like 25 yards is the 8-point all in velvet. I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. I zipped him. It was awesome.
Is he one of the bucks? I was gonna say. Oh,
Wow.
yeah, that's crisp right there.
Nice.
Yep,
Yeah,
you love
he
to see
might-
that.
Yeah, it worked out too well. I was like, oh man, the whole purpose of hunting early was to go shoot one in velvet, and
That's
10
the dream.
walked
I
out.
want to do that.
Mhm.
I want to. I've always wanted to shoot one. There's a couple dreams, like bucket list things. I want a drop time buck. Right.
Mhm.
That's a good.
Oh, yeah.
The
Sure.
other bucket
Right.
list is
Why not?
velvet for sure. Maybe something with a bunch of kickers or like non-typical.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm a simple guy. That's all I really want.
Don't ask for much. Just
I would take the world record.
Got to work for it.
But yeah, exactly.
Someone has to.
Yeah, I would fall on that grenade if I had to. Well, let's get rolling here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to start us out?
No.
Do the intro.
Never do.
Hi, welcome to another episode of the Bowga Hunting Podcast. All right, Jared, you do the intro.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Welcome, everybody, back to the Bowga Hunting Podcast presented by Huntwise. Today, we've got a sweet episode.
Yeah, this is a little different than one we've ever done before.
Mhm.
So we've just recently begun doing video podcasts. For people who are listening, if you ever want to watch this episode, you can go to YouTube. I think is that YouTube the only one.
It's the tube.
YouTube. You can go to YouTube and you can see what we look like. When we're recording podcasts. This is
You'll never see that unless you see the movie.
Because we're doing video, that has allowed us to do some interesting things. Today is a special episode because we've got Sean from Trophyline on, and we have some interesting things to talk about. But Sean, before we get into it, I mean, this is your second time on the podcast.
Yeah.
How have you been? How's it going?
Good, man. It's been crazy. It's been a really good year. Seems like yesterday I was on, but it also seems like it was 4 years ago.
Right. Yeah, seriously.
And just for the just the amount of things we got done in that time frame since the last time we talked. And but again, it seems like it's a blur, man. It's been a blessing. For we're 15 months into the first day we launched. It's pretty crazy the amount of business we did, the amount of products we push, the amount of customers we talked to. It's been fun. It's been awesome.
So I got a question for you. That just you mentioned customers, right?
Yep.
You got to think you can figure out how many bucks you're responsible for in some way. If you know your number of customers,
Sure.
then you take that and then you go by average success rate for people that kill a buck,
Yep.
right? And then you just assume that 75 to 80% of those people who shot a buck were in your platform that bought from you. I
Yeah.
feel like that could get you to a pretty good range of how many bucks you were directly responsible for.
That's pretty
in
cool. Never
2020.
thought about that. That's yeah. We'll have to put a pencil to that and figure that
Yeah.
out.
My guess, 1 million. You?
3.
3 million.
No.
Three. Three.
We might not be talking about 3 million.
So many. So
Well, I might be on a beach right now.
yeah, that's right. You would that would be different.
Hunting season's over. We're good.
Yeah, that's right. How was your personal season? Did you do well this year?
Not bad, not bad. We I started off good. I always use the early season. I'm in a whitetail management program here in PA, my area, and like to shoot some does. So did that early, and then was really concentrating this year to help my daughter get her first deer with a bow, and she shot some stuff with a crossbow and gun before, and we had some fun. She had a miss and a couple of super close calls, and just never connect. I mean, so much fun though.
Mm-hmm.
And then late season, actually an encounter I had with a buck early in October, a couple times, right, literally behind the house, and good deer. One actually I really wanted to get through to next year. We've been watching the last 2 years, and or my daughter get a crack at him, and he ended up showing up right before Christmas, all broken G2, broken back hip, so he definitely got hit by something, and so we got out there. Our season comes back in the day after Christmas, so we got back out there with my daughter, and he never showed up. And then one day, 1:00 in the afternoon, the cell cam pings, and so I knew he wasn't going to be far. He was kind of limping around, and I slid out at 4:00, and half hour later, ended up shooting him. Good deer.
Did you find like a pinch point or ambush point, or did you stalk him down, or what was your plan?
So this one was it's a really big funnel, and where I'm at here, it's bow hunting only. But at the end of that funnel starts rifle hunting. So a lot of times they tend to push up in there during late season after the gun season, especially in PA here.
Yeah.
And if I knew if he was on if I knew if he was up the valley, I was good because the wind was blowing down the valley.
Right.
So I just I had 50-50 chance which way he was going, and he ended up coming my way. Actually, to be honest with you, with the woods so open, right now, it was I was actually afraid I was going to bump him going in.
Oh, sure.
And I end up actually looking north, where I thought he was, and turned, look south, and literally look back north, and there he's literally standing 75 yards away. So he was bedded in the thicket that close.
That close to you. Wow.
Yep. So I ended up turning and kind of walking down the valley to me. So
you said he got hit. What did you think? He got hit by a car or something? Was he all broken up when you? Yeah.
Yeah, he was dragging that back leg pretty good, and not wasn't even flexing it whatsoever. And,
okay.
And at some point, I mean, I had lots of pictures of a full rack, a full 10 5x5, up until that point, and his G2 was broke. On the G2 on that side. So, if he doesn't got balled up, at some point, but
or he's got into a real big fight.
Center.
Yeah, something really kicked his ass.
I want to go find that buck.
That's the buck you want right there. Yeah.
I'm on the search for that then.
Yeah, he's that's awesome. Well, it was just funny because we talked to you kind of before season, so it's always good to hear how things turned out. It's a cool way to kind of fill a tag. That sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially late season. I love late season. When the snow comes, man, I absolutely love that. So as long as you can pair it, as long as you got the right equipment and apparel to hang out there, I absolutely love it.
So. Well, yeah, it's been really fun for us kind of over the past few years too, is because we used to hunt on hang and hunt tree stands. And then we started, getting into tree saddles, and we've been doing that for about 2 years now. And then last year, you guys came out with the Mission platform.
Yep.
And we have been absolutely in love with that thing. Like it's
So
been
it's just so
So
comfortable.
have we.
yeah, I could imagine why. And we've been hearing a ton of people say the same things. They keep asking us, what do you guys think of it? Is it too big? Is it this, that, and the other? And it's like, no.
You like I was dialed in. The edges, the angles that you had, you have on those have just been sweet.
Yeah, it's been a great product.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time on those certain angles, probably a bunch of different shapes, until we dialed that in. Ultimately, right? You have foot pressure basically on any shot,
right?
Whatsoever, instead of just a normal square shape, on the platform, and then just the sheer amount of like how much it locks in, the rock solidness, and I don't care how much you weigh, you put it all out on the edge and not budging.
Yeah, I got into some iffy trees this year with it. Really iffy.
Really iffy.
Was
That's
it
what
this
saddle
year?
hunting's all about, right?
Heck yeah.
I got up a tree this year at the beginning. I forgot about this. I got up the tree. It was dark. I had never been in this place before, and we just found it in the map. We're like, this is our spot. Took boats in. That was actually the day before you got COVID.
Oh yeah. Oops.
That was a misadventure, but we get all the way out there, and I'm like, man, I think I found like the perfect tree. I cannot believe I found this tree. I got a great view. Climb up, and I'm like, man, some bark's kind of falling off. That's weird.
Oh, no.
I look up. The tree could not be deader. Like half of it was like I was almost to the top. It was just one stump. And I had looked up at their other trees I kind of climbed through to get up. So I thought those were the branches, and it was like slowly back down. But, from there I moved because after that happens, you're all messed up. You got to quick find a new spot. It takes forever to get your stuff set. I'm all, you get to the top, I'm getting my platform actually put in, and I realized it. So I get all down. Finally, I find another tree, and I kid you not, it's like my leg thickness,
right.
But it was a great tree. Had like a million people in that walked around duck hunting and stuff.
Yeah,
that had been awesome.
I had some shrapnel hitting the tree that I was in because of duck hunters.
It was actually the opener.
Raining down on you.
No, there's not that.
It was the duck opener.
Yeah,
right.
It was.
And we knew it, but I was like, I kind of wanted to see. I mean, what did deer like? Do deer react to that? I don't know. I've never been hunted near the water during like the duck opener, so we tried it. And actually, the thing that screwed us up most was that dude with his kid who was just walking around.
They came walking in at like 9 in the morning on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Straight up, and apparently there was a trail cam like 20 yards away from me, and then
he's got some pictures of Jared.
That's all right. I gave him a little, hey guy.
Hey, that's public land, right?
That's
it is.
We're not worried about it.
That's the challenges. A lot of times we're figuring out where everybody's going to go, so you can avoid those, right?
You hunt people as much as
Yep.
So all that to say, it's been a great asset, at least for me.
Absolutely.
Do you tape yours up or anything? You put any like trick it out? Put any people put like paracord on the outside or anything like that?
No.
Neither do I. Just about everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those DIYers out there are always doing something, and
we messed around with a ton of ours too. I had one around here. I totally like rhino lined. I don't think it's near here at all. So we were messing around. It was pretty cool, and painted them all different colors. Just messing around to see what come out. I'll tell you what. So there's some guys that can camo them up. I mean, matching patterns, and I mean, look really darn good.
This guy, I'll give you credit. You're a good your spray paint thing that you do. I had him. We did mine for a video, actually. Plug for a video that Jared did. It actually turns out like very impressive.
Yeah, it blends right into a tree trunk. And I haven't had one that like you can put it right up in there, and it's like where'd my stick go?
I sprayed the Mission. We make fun of DIY guys, but I sprayed the Mission with truck bed liner.
Did you?
Spray.
Yeah, that's what Sean just said.
Yeah,
rhino liner.
That's what I'm saying. I tried it too. Like I said it like DIY, like I didn't do anything, but I got to admit I was messing around with it too. So
that's fine.
And that's the best part of it. I mean, that's what saddle hunting is all about. Every single person they just personalize everything they got.
Oh yeah, everybody's got a system for hanging stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You've got, how do you wear your pack up? Do you leave yours by the base of the tree?
Yeah. Do you wear the saddle out?
Do you wear the saddle out? And all these, like, everybody does their own different thing.
Oh, it's the thing, right? You ask, 10 saddle hunters a question, you get 20 opinions, right?
Right, exactly. That's
Including
right.
myself.
And
So I'm guilty, so
Yeah.
it's all good. All
So,
good.
yeah, so we've loved the mission platform, but
Yep.
when we've been alluding to this over social media for the past while, but when this podcast goes out, we're also here to talk about something new, something that has never actually ever been seen in the outside world prior to this moment. Correct? I mean, is there anybody else
Yeah.
outside Trophyline?
Outside of our a little group at Trophyline, you guys are the first. So
This is something I'm excited for. I mean, and I feel like we might have given it away a little bit by talking about the mission platform. But Sean, why don't you
yeah,
just do a
absolutely.
little
spill the
reveal,
beans.
be magical about it.
Absolutely. Let's sneak peek it right here. Let me share your screen a little bit.
All right.
So ever since we launched the mission platform, it was always our intention to yeah, you have to disable me there. So for sharing, go ahead.
He's kind of a control
What am I
freak.
doing here?
Yeah,
All participants. All
there,
participants.
good.
There we go.
All right, there we go. So let's share my screen. All right. All right, there we go. You see, we good? Can you see my
Yep.
screen?
Beautiful.
All right. So ever since we launched the mission, we were on a mission to obviously continue to evolve and grow the platform side of it. As you saw, we launched the Wingman
Mm-hmm.
last week, and kind of a platform built on top of
Yeah.
a climbing stick, kind of the ultimate run and gun. But we were always knew we were going to go smaller and lighter, right? And so we were, again, no pun intended, we were on a mission to create the next evolution of our platforms. So we came up with what we call the E.D.P. So this is, which E.D.P stands for Every.Day.Platform. As you can see, lots of characteristics of the mission, and in fact, let me put a little side by side comparison here, if so the people at home can
Mhm.
see.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty cool because you
Oh
see a
wow.
lot of over the last couple weeks, couple months, what people wanted to do to their mission to make it lighter, more compact.
Yeah.
Little easier to put into your pack, and a lot of the shapes were very similar. So this has been a process for 6 months now, maybe longer.
Yeah.
On this, and so when you look at a mission's like 5.5 pounds, 13 ounces, 5 pounds,
Okay.
14 ounces.
Yep.
When you all come down to it, 13.8 deep, 17.9 inches wide. You get
Yep.
into the EDP here, and now you're 2 pounds less. So
Wow.
you're right at
Mhm.
3 pounds, 13 ounces. Again, no, you're 12.9 deep and 13 and a half wide. But what's cool with this shape is we do take some away, but what we end up doing with the very front of it, bumping it out. So
Oh,
again,
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
see these, is that big enough on your screen? Can
Yep.
you
Oh
see
That
yeah.
that?
looks great.
Okay, cool. We also end up doing certain different angles, right, to get that ultimate foot leverage
Yeah, I
when
love that.
for any shot. And we put these boot grabs in here. So again, you got something for grip, something for traction, and again, it's just as rock solid as the mission. And to be honest with you, it's through all our independent testing, it is
Yeah.
it's even stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was gonna ask, what is that? Reducing the size, because you're reducing a lot about it. I mean, what does that do to the strength of it?
It gets better. It actually gets
Okay.
stronger. It gets stiffer. It's so for everything that the guys love in the mission, the EDP comes even a little better, from that aspect. So maybe a little more stable, a little stronger, less flex. Here's one thing I like. So here's I'll give you this shot. So guys going, okay, for the guys that maybe didn't want one a little bigger, now we got something smaller. But even then, those guys that say, I love the mission, and maybe the smaller one isn't for me, my shoe size, things like that. Here's a picture for you to see. And so this is from underneath, just so you know. This is a size 12 shoe.
Oh, okay.
So with the bump out in the middle, you still get leverage, or place for, majority part of your foot to rest. But ultimately, you have the ability then to use these corners, like this, when you're moving around, when you're moving around the tree here. Let me blow this up here for you, a little bit. So again, working those angles.
Yeah.
On the shots, on the front shot, you have again, you can space your feet on each side of that little bump out.
Yep.
And then again, if you slide to the left side of the stand, again, you got foot leverage on just about every single angle.
That's sweet.
We end up using the same post, same top step, same Versa button, same Versa strap, right, as the mission. The way we looked at it was, we're not going to reinvent the wheel here. They're super strong, proven history on all of them. The post is obviously shorter than what the mission is, not by much. And but again, it just came out, absolutely rock solid. One really cool thing too, working with our designers, we wanted to make sure was when we just don't like metal on metal, anytime. So whether it's in your pack, or you're carrying it in your hand. So we made sure when you do fold it together that it's plastic on metal.
Oh, sure, that's sweet. Okay.
Yep. So it still folds down, but there's also still enough gap there to get your fingers in there to grab it and go.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I'll jump back here and jump off sharing my screen here in a second. But here's a telling picture right here beside the side by side one. Little quick glimpse of a little over the top. If you look at an E.D.P sitting on top of a mission platform, you can see the outline of where we cut it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So guys can get a good feel of, how much shorter it is. I mean, technically, we were 18 inches wide, 17.9 on the mission, and we're 13 and a half wide, on the E.D.P. But again, with the angles and the boot grabs, it feels wider than it really is,
So,
and the best thing is sub 4 pounds,
That's huge. I mean, that's weight, and those little, like, it's 2 pounds doesn't sound like a lot. I mean, most guys aren't going that far, but man, you feel 2 pounds. That's a
oh
big
yeah,
difference.
totally. Yeah, absolutely. We so here's one in my hand, if you want to see it.
Yeah.
So, again, very same concept as the mission. We got the adjustment screw in the bottom.
Yep.
One thing we
What does
knew.
that do?
What's that?
What does that adjustment screw do?
Level of platform. So depending on the tree you're in, right? So depending on the tree you're in, if you wanna wind it out,
Did you know this?
Yeah.
typical.
Where have you been?
I don't know.
Yeah. So saddle hunting wise, you want to play one more angle, right?
Yeah.
Wind it all the way out, right? You
I
want
didn't know this.
Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah.
How did I not know this?
You know what? I left it. It was
How
for
did
you
you know?
to. It was for you to discover
Yeah,
on your own. All right.
You learn something
Clearly.
new every day, right?
See, this is a teaching moment for everybody.
You're welcome.
We and that's the best part too. It's super. You get up in the tree, you strap this baby on, and then you pull it down, and you're like, I want to be a little more flat. Just raise it up. Roll your fingers. Now it's flat. Now it's level.
Sweet.
Right? You want to swing
Do
it down.
you adjust yours a lot, Jared?
I mean, most of the trees I'm getting up in are fairly straight up and down.
You're conservative when it comes to tree picking.
Yeah, I mean, not really, but
My big thing, I usually tilt it just down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Enough because you're on that angle, right? Take pressure off your ankles.
Stretch the calves a little bit. Get that deep stretch.
That deep stretch.
One thing we when we built this was the one thing that we definitely did not want to do was take away from the strength, meaning
Right.
we didn't want to thin up the casting to the point like, man, we had something big to live up to in the mission side of it. So it's not quite as thick, so here's mission, here's EDP.
It's like 75.
Yeah, you're talking fractions, right?
Yeah,
there.
it is absolutely fractions, and then the other side that I know we weren't going to, chimp on at all was right here we put this, the adjustment, the leveling screw. You can see how thick that is, how beefy that is. When you come down to it, you have a lot of pressure on there, right?
Yeah.
All your weight's down, standing on that and sitting on that bolt. So we wanted to make sure we had this all reinforced, all the flat flow analysis done to it, that it's absolutely rock solid.
All right, so
Yep.
yeah, that's helpful to know. But in terms of strength, what does that equate to? Like, can it lift a 200-pound man? Can you lift? A Jared? Can it lift him?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Hold him?
It has.
It
I
has.
tried it.
Probably me, you, my buddy. Our biggest thing is, so we do all our testing through third party.
Okay.
A lot of the same facilities that TMA utilizes for tree stands and safety harnesses. So we go through all the same thing. So all our platforms are 300-pound weight capacity, right?
Okay.
To pass those tests, they got to double the weight, things like that. I won't share the exact number. When we put everything through tests, we usually do one or two samples of it, and then we want to like, where does it break? Right?
Yeah, right.
Max it out
The fun part.
Yeah.
Yep. What weight's it break at? Where's it break at? Things like that. And I won't give you the exact number. All I can tell you though, it was over 5 times weight capacity. So when you start adding that up, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's put it this way, any of us that are hunting wise, once you cinch it down on the tree, again, we use the Versa strap and the Versa button because it's literally decades of proven history how strong that. And you cam this down and lock it in, you can put all your weight on the corners. I don't care. It's not legend. It's not gonna.
Well, and the shorter it is, it seems like the stronger. Like the farther out it is, away from the tree,
sure.
right? So it seems like this actually, that makes sense.
You paid attention in physics class.
I never took physics. You know what? The farthest I got in high school, chemistry in the community. It was for if you weren't too very smart.
Is that just picking up worms off the ground?
They're like, yeah, you're not scientist material, so we're gonna stick with chemistry in the community. That's the slow. We ate a lot of paste,
Good stuff.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You mentioned. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna touch base on real quick on a couple little, obviously the call outs. We actually manufacture everything right in Illinois. Same place as we do the mission platform, and we just wanted to put a little. We had the just like our top step, we had our logo, embedded in it, but we felt like it'd be kind of cool if we actually did it and did a casting, so
Yep.
Sweet.
it turned out really cool.
Yeah.
They did an amazing job. And they got kind of cool little texture to it. So, again, like we talked earlier, guys are gonna, do their thing to it. Actually, there's a couple of them I might reach out to. I want some camo jobs on these things.
Yep. It's sweet. The camo will make it look cool. That's sweet.
I mean, it's going to be a game changer. I know for me personally, I like everything about it. Shorter, lighter.
You used it. I haven't yet.
Yeah, I did. I actually set it up in a tree in the backyard and got to play around with it a little bit. And I torqued it down, cinched it up tight, and
yeah,
I was standing.
You were the first out of our
Wow.
really, really, really tight crew to actually lay your hands on and actually play with one in the tree.
It was awesome.
That's cool.
Did you get dibs on that
put
one?
it this way. I know guys here, that are gonna be like, what? These guys here that haven't even used it yet.
Well, I mean,
hey,
was it really it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I don't know if it really was. I could have been dreaming.
Yeah, it could have been. It's hard to say, but here I'll say this: I will play you for first dibs at using that this year.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
Right now. Hey,
right now.
Right now. Bombfoot cockroach.
I'll have to send another one to you so you guys can have two.
Well, okay, fair, but I still want to play you now.
Yeah. All right, ready?
All right, time out.
Got you, dude.
Yeah.
It's mine.
Bombfoot cockroach.
It's mine.
Bomb beats foot.
Nice.
Yeah, that's so. You mentioned something that I had a question about earlier. Was you mentioned like locking down onto a tree.
Yep.
How does that work? How is it designed for something like that? Because I've noticed, at least on the mission, I could lock that thing so tight.
Yep.
On a tree.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sometimes almost too tight, right?
Right. Yeah.
Pop it up. Same principle, because again, it's actually, if you look at this, so we one of the things that we wanted to make sure had the exact same V bracket dimensions, V shape on the back. So if you look at these, they are exact same angles as the mission was. So we didn't want to change it at all because we knew how successful that was.
Yeah.
So doing so, same deal, right? So verse strap, wrap it around, keep the strap, perfectly flat, perfectly level, pull it tight, right?
Yeah.
And then what I always do then is I pull it slightly down, I push down on the top step, then I cam it. That's personally how I do it.
Yep.
And then the first thing before I get on it, I step back down on this and I step down kind of right here. This here. And again, it doesn't go. It
just locks in. It's sweet.
Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere.
I
was putting my weight all the way around that thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't moving. It wasn't leaning. It wasn't
no
shimmying the tree at all. It was rock solid. And I think I texted that to you, Sean, after I was playing around. I was like, I just sent two words: rock solid.
That was my nickname in high school. Rock solid.
No, it wasn't.
Rock solid Zanstra. Yeah, it's got a good ring to it.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. Can you? I really could.
While you're chemistry in the community.
Yeah, that's right. Rock solid. Yeah. So this is interesting. So bringing a new product to market. Is a big deal. I mean,
absolutely.
From design to thinking of it to convincing other people it's a good idea to design it and everything else. Like, what's the walk us through that process for designing this thing?
Yeah, so we knew when we were bringing out the mission, we knew we were going to bring a lighter model out from day one. And but our whole thought process behind the larger one at first was just the sheer amount of hunters coming from tree stand hunting to saddle hunting for the first time, right? And we just felt like, okay, instead of going to some of these more smaller minimalist style platforms, that a customer might want something a little larger. To be honest with you, it's what we were wanting, ourselves. And so that's how the mission evolved. And while we were just about done wrapping up the mission, we had already had conversations of like, okay, what's the next size, right? If
Yeah.
this works, this takes off the way we hope it does,
Yeah.
we'll have the evolution of that. And so we just get to work. We work with our designers and then the engineers. We get with the casting guys and start going through once you get the design kind of down where you want it and looking at, hey, these angles work, right, for foot placement and toe grabs and boot grabs and all that fun stuff. And then ultimately trying to make it smaller, but make it feel bigger than it really is, because you still got to have, enough pressure under your feet. And so it doesn't feel like, you're just standing on something just a lot smaller than the Mission, right?
Yeah.
And so we dialed into a couple different platforms from there, a couple different shapes, and started messing around, and then finally dialed in on this one. And then you start running like a flow analysis with the casting guys.
What's a flow analysis?
It's basically it's a program they'll do, so making sure where all the critical points are, that all the strengths running through it, like there's no weak points,
Okay.
in the mold. But like I said, we had a really good feeling based on what ended up, how the Mission turned out and all the testing that was done on the Mission. And so we knew this was going to be, dialed in before we launched. It was just a matter of like, let's make it right. We're we're notorious to just keep tinkering. At some point, like, it's 99.8% go.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And so if not, we'll play forever and until you make it absolutely perfect. And but I'll be honest with you, I love the Mission. I will continue to use the Mission, but I used this, actually killed my buck out of this.
Oh, cool.
And I gotta say, you weren't missing much, from the Mission side, other than a little bit wider, right?
Right.
But again, rock solid. So we kind of, back to your original question, is we a normal evolution, like from the Mission. The Mission was conversations in November, December 2019, and it came to market in August, 2020. And that was that's talking about in our warehouse, ready to go.
Right. That's quick, it seems, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it just depends. Again, they were made here in the U.S., so when we had good partners there, so
that's huge.
They jumped through a lot of for us, and it was cool because they're kind of in a different industry, but they're all hunters, so they were all behind us. They were super excited. They make a ton of stuff in the medical world, and so they were super excited to work on something that they'd want to use. So this thing here, we're launching it now, right? And but we started the process back in August once we launched the Mission. And I will let you know, we will have our warehouses full of these in April.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So, sweet.
And that's the key thing, on the Mission. Again, we're 15 months into the launch of our company. So when we launched, it was October 2019. I was already in the hunting season. Never lived that pre-hunting season when guys are getting ready. And so a lot of the things we did last year was kind of crystal ballish, and I was saying, hopefully the day we did our forecast, the crystal ball wasn't a snow globe,
Right.
And so, you have an idea, at least in your head, how many you want to sell per month, and go from there. The Mission, we were pretty good on everything. The Mission, though, man, I'll tell you what, we had a pretty big number for our forecast for the entire year, meaning August through December. We sold that out in 5 weeks.
Wow.
So you can't plan for that, right?
No.
And the only reason it took 5 weeks was my facility was flowing them to me, 500 at a time, 500 at a time, 500 at a time.
Yeah.
And again, it's just a process, right? For starting from day one. And so, but we were able to go back to them, and they hustled for us, ended up getting another 1,000 or so, and end up selling all through those. And
Amazing.
It's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a good problem to have, especially for the success of it is. And we get people. I'm not kidding you. Every single day, the phone we get. You can sign up, and we'll let you know when we get it back in stock. And lots of people every single day, signing up for that. And but the one thing we wanted to do this year is how do we kind of foresee, is that crystal ball a little crystal, a little clearer this year. And I'll be honest with you, we between the platforms, the mission, the E.D.P, the new wingman, our new sticks. We got double step sticks coming out also. And we made a huge commitment. I mean, absolutely
That's
huge commitment. And missions will be back in. And so we're recording this right now, this will come out in a couple of weeks, but our missions will be back in stock right around the third week of February.
Okay.
And then this bad will be in the warehouse in April.
So sweet.
So, and if we run out this time, we sold a lot.
Yeah, you did. That was a good year.
You're preparing for the masses.
A lot.
Good. That's good.
That's my thing is just like, I put myself in the customer's shoes all the time, right? It's something new. The ATA is a great example, right?
Yeah.
And it's weird this year. No ATA, no SHOT Show, no consumer show. It's so we don't get to see all the new stuff coming out. We don't, because a lot of times even if you don't go to the ATA, all the brands are posting them on social media and everybody's getting excited, but you still don't get that until July, August, September, right? Some outside of some of the
kind of forget about a lot of it then. I forget.
The boat companies are usually pretty good launching them right away, getting new but outside of that, it's a lot of stuff doesn't come till later. And we wanted to say, like, okay, how do we speed that process up and really make a huge commitment, on inventory, and at the end of the day, because there's so many new people coming into this market, and I put myself in that person's, in that situation, and they see their buddies, trying saddle hunting for the first time, and then they start researching, and they're like, I can't get any, like, my income tax checks come in, and like, I can't find anything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so again, we made a big commitment on inventory in 2021, and I just want the customers to know that ultimately at the end of the day, we want to make a great product for them, but at the end of the day, be able to deliver it, quickly.
Yeah. So. No, that's tough. And people are going to have new stimmy money at that point, burning holes in their pocket, Thank you, President Biden, for all this free money that just appears out of nowhere. And it just seems to be in random amounts. No, that's going to be sweet. So April delivery time. Yep. People can check them out on the website. Now.
Yeah, we'll have it right after this launch. We'll have it up on the website. Getting ready, and we'll have all the specs on it from that avenue. And then along with a multitude of other new items that we're coming out with.
You guys are going hard. You go hard in the innovation side. I've appreciated that about you. Just definitely going out.
As a customer and consumer, though,
just cool stuff.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Keep pumping the stuff out.
Our big thing is, honestly, we just listen. Sheer fact that a lot of things we're making is stuff we want, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Or have in the past, and we're just making tweaks to things that we've used to use or DIY'd ourselves.
Yeah.
But we listen. I mean, you listen to all these forums, you listen to podcasts, you hear what customers are telling us. A lot of people DM us ideas. And so, especially like this thing here, it just blows me away. Like I've seen multiple pictures on social media about taking the mission and like cutting down the side here, taking the grinder to it. And I'm not kidding, for like the last month, maybe month and a half, I'm texting with a group of us. I was like snapshotting, sending to you. I'm like, oh man, if they only knew, I'm like, I want to go, don't take the grinder to it.
Yeah, just wait.
But it's one of those things like we don't want to release anything until it is absolutely 100% or 99.8, in our case. And that means it's in manufacturing, it's on its way, and it's going to be in our warehouse. And we don't do pre-orders or anything. So we make the big commitment, on the front end, with our own money, and go buy a lot of inventory, build it, they will come. You hope.
That's right.
I think so. And hopefully they see this and they realize that this thing is pretty awesome, so we're excited to put it to use in the woods. And, I'm excited to see. Are you going to spray paint yours all camoed up?
I'm going to give it the old rod touch.
What's the rod? What's the rod touch? What?
Well, you got to go watch the video.
Yeah,
I'm not going to explain.
Go watch the video. Go watch the video. He'll show you.
It's basically layers. It's basically taking the natural camouflage pattern, sophistication, philosophy, patterning, disruption,
right?
Just,
break it up.
You got to break up the outline of the image. And
be honest with you, that's why we never painted these, because we knew everybody would put their own twist on it. Even though the gray's fine, I'll be honest with you, outside of a couple this year, I think all of them were gray. They come in, and some you'll get a little different because of the heat treatment. So some will be a little darker, some a little lighter. So, all pretty come close. But we were going to go ahead and paint them a certain color, but we just said, why? Because everybody's going to put their own twist on it anyways.
Although I wouldn't hate if you guys offered like a dip option, like if you just dipped it in, like camo.
Ooh, a good dip.
Yeah.
Hold on to that thought. So,
dang it, Jared, be cool, man.
I'm just trying.
Hey, are you? So yeah, it's true. Everybody, lots of people customize in a lot of ways. And even like sticks, right? Lots of people will do what's the rope mod? I like the rope mod. You like have you ever rope modded the platform? Do you ever do that? I don't think I would do that either. Mm-hmm. Is that?
Yeah.
Just because
we actually messed around with it. I just the Versa strap is so good, and
it works so well.
And it doesn't. Okay, it may be ounces heavier than the rope you're gonna put on.
Right.
I'll just stay with the strap.
It's simple to do.
I do rope mods for the sticks, and I use the Versa strap for the platform.
Too. Yeah, absolutely. Here, well, I'll throw you one other new item here, since I'm staring at a picture.
Bonus.
Yeah, I'll just throw this out. So this is something.
We don't know about.
We did not know about this.
You didn't know about this. So I've been we come out with a case pack, right? And and pure, just from things that we liked in a pack, and then literally listening to customers, and that purely how that thing built, and knowing that everybody's going to carry their their sticks, possibly throw the bow on there, throw your platform, but there's a lot of guys out there that don't like packs, right? And but personally, me, I wear, most of the time, the only time I wear a pack is if I'm going out west, big hunt, something like that. I'm kind of more of a big oversized fanny, deluxe fanny type.
Jared's got a big oversized fanny.
Yeah. True story.
Exactly. So we got a what is actually known as our deluxe fanny pack coming out here. Let me open this up here a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this isn't the best picture of it, but I wanted to share this with you real quick. and we'll have I'll get you some more specs on this. So this actually has the ability, you got two clips up on the shoulder straps, fully padded shoulder straps, and literally be able to reach over your shoulder, unbuckle the straps so you can clip on anybody's and everybody's platform. And the beauty of it is that you have what you can't see behind the platform there is you got the two straps that attach to the bottom bulk, waist pack, and there's actually a strap that comes down the middle. So the metal is barely touching your back. And and what we did too was we put cinch straps on the top portion of the fanny and also on the bottom portion. So you can actually carry a set of mini sticks, left and right, on top of it or on bottom of it. And then it's actually hydration compatible. It has, I didn't even add them all the pouches, pockets up yet. There's quite a few. And then typical thicker, here, if you give me 2 seconds here, I'll stop sharing this. Let me grab it. Let me grab my sample right here.
Giddy up. This is interesting.
This is going to be good.
Yeah, I like to mess around with packs. We've tried a lot of packs. And so I'll be interested to try this too.
Well, everyone's kind of got their own, like we were saying, everyone's kind of got their own method and way of style of, hauling stuff out. And so if you can just, go ahead.
No, all good. So you can see, from the side view, right? You got these two that come down to the top of the fanny.
Yeah.
You have this one, it acts as two things, right? Holds up. You can fill this bottom thing up as much as you want, right? And you have this strap. What's nice is your platform rides like this.
Oh, sweet. So there's a huge gap. That's cool.
Yeah. So it doesn't. And then you have the ability to, so quick detach here, you have the quick ability to lay your sticks across the top.
Yeah.
Right? Or you have the ability to lay them across the bottom.
Yeah.
And we gave both options depending on, how you want to carry them. If you want to carry two up top, two and below, or one, and depending how many sticks you carry. If you have a extra set of like big
clothes,
puffy jacket, right, cinch to the back. The sides, actually I got an extra pouch here added to it. I'm all about the accessories.
Yeah, I am too.
I can never have enough pouches and accessories. So nice, thick waist.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Multiple adjustments to pull it in tight. Molly to put in whatever you want. Extra pouches. I'm sure a couple guys might actually put a holster.
I was gonna say sidearm there. Yeah.
Sidearm. Yep. And same thing on this side. One thing we did do. My sample that I originally made, I made them quick detach. I actually ended up doing away with that. The way I looked at it was just one more thing to break. So those, our new final sample will be here this week. So these two quick detach are not on it on the final model. Nice padded shoulders, from the front.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Chest strap.
Yep. So that'll slide up and down depending on where you got easy adjustments here. Padded shoulder straps all the way around. The logo will actually be moved down here. And my sample guy made my logo upside down. I was like, thanks a lot.
I was trying to figure it out.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited for this one, man. We're again just another option for customers that don't want to backpack. The case is awesome. But it's big, right? It literally carries all your shit. So, if you don't want to carry as much stuff, I'll be honest with you though, you can fit a lot.
I was gonna say, what else would you need? I mean, just from our perspective, say it's the rut. We throw the Solitude kit right in one.
Yep.
You do your sticks above your platform, and maybe
two water bottle pockets, one on each side.
Yeah.
Right? Extra pouch on the outside of that one.
You can even throw a puffy coat in there.
It runs hydration, so there's a pocket inside. runs out of that side here and just run it up the top. So if you put a bladder or something like that in it,
yeah,
you know, I'm not a bladder type guy unless I'm out west. You know, actually, and just so you know, I made, so my background when it's probably a number of years ago, I developed a deluxe fanny pack like that long time ago. It was really successful. So, and I'm still wearing it to this day.
So you've thought about it a lot.
Yeah, we thought about, yeah, absolutely. So I was like, you know what, let's take that. Let's add some bells and whistles on it. Let's make it carry a platform, anybody's platform, and give the customer another option, you know? And,
this guy, I was texting him about backpacks not that long ago. Been thinking about backpacks a lot. He's like, yeah, let's, you know, and this is actually right there.
I'm a backpack guru, you know. I like packs. My basement and my sample room is full of quite a few packs. I just asked my wife. I think she wants me to give one away every time a friend comes over.
Hey, look at
That's right. Here's a backpack.
She hands them shopping bags.
It's a parting gift.
Whoa.
Yeah. No, that's so. Does this? So it holds the sticks. Does it hold them pretty steady in there? Like, will they clank?
You're gonna have to have. Well, even if you don't have a whole lot in the pack itself, it can only go. You know, it's hard to tell because we're on a video here. You know, but it can only go down so far. So if there's not stuff in it, you know, put my arm like it, right? So there, and then you can pull these things cinched tight as much as you want.
Right.
So you're looking like that.
Yeah.
That's nothing in the pack itself. Like you can make it totally empty and still use it.
And still cinch down.
You know, like where some packs, if there's nothing in it and you cinch down in the pack, you're like, you keep pulling and keep pulling and keep.
You got nothing. Yeah, you run out of.
You know, but no, that worked out really well from that aspect. Me personally, I prefer to carry them on top, you know, but again, everybody's going to be a little different. That's why we wanted to make sure we did on the bottom. Plus, if you got some extra clothing,
I can dig this.
How long are those waist straps? Like, if I want to bring that thing up into the tree and wrap it around the tree,
you know, great question. So we're always notorious to give you a lot more strap than.
Oh, sure,
sweet.
And and then so you got
that's a good 10 inches of slack there.
Yeah,
probably on each side.
This side, right?
Yeah.
So you could get around a pretty nice sized tree, you know.
Cool.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's probably what I'll do.
Yeah, you could probably hang it in front of you, right? So so you got access to it all. So that's actually a pretty good idea. And then you probably saw the little teaser that we did on social media yesterday with the new zipper pulls. I don't know if you see.
I did. I commented on them. They're sweet.
Yeah, so everything that has a zipper, that will be on them. So whether it's our pouches on our saddle, whether it's the case pack, whether it's the deluxe fanny pack, they'll all have that on it.
It's quiet, rubbery, you know. It's
Yep, absolutely. We're trying to mess around with glow in the dark ones, and the just didn't look right.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Yeah,
very tough.
It's one of those ones where I was trying to think like, you know, maybe your main compartment be a little different than everybody other zipper pulls. That way, we're trying to think about glow in the dark one, and it just didn't turn out right.
Yeah,
like try not to reinvent the wheel here.
Right. They look crisp though.
Mm-hmm. Keep it consistent and show some nice branding, you know.
Yeah.
At the same time. So, but yeah, we're excited. We're excited for as you can see, we got quite a few new items coming out.
It's gonna be a good year.
Yeah, that's exciting. I mean, you guys have been innovating since you guys have started, and like you said, you're coming out with a ton of new products, and we're excited to see what they are.
Yeah. So
I'm sure everyone else is too.
Yep. All I know is what we talked about this year. We need to go on a hunt.
Yes.
You know, this fall.
We are in. Yes. That's the answer. Yeah. I don't care where. We'll figure that out.
Absolutely. And
no, that should.
Who was? I saw someone shopping for a new bow. Who's shopping for the new bow?
I got a new bow,
You just
actually.
look at you wearing your hat and everything.
I was telling people, you always put stuff out there like, oh, which one is he gonna get? Yada yada yada. And I did leave a end string, for people to chase after. But I did actually go with the Prime Nexus 4.
Okay.
Yep, it was between that and the Matthews V3. Very close, very close. I almost pulled the trigger on it.
You didn't shoot a Hoyt, right?
They didn't have them there.
Didn't have any Hoyts.
No,
You
I
shot
shot
the PSE, that Carbon boy.
The Carbon PSE. I shot the new Bowtech. Shot the Nexus 2.
That was too short for you?
Yeah, I just like a longer ATA bow.
Yeah.
That V3 did shoot like it was longer, even though it was only 31.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what a Matthews bow is.
Yeah.
Dead in the hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Real quiet. So.
Did you do the thing that you always do?
What's
Jared's
that?
thing. He'll grab the.
Oh, I did.
He grabs the handle and he just kind of like.
I'll bang right up on the limb
right?
pocket.
He's his favorite thing to do. He's like, "Hey Jim,
And
check
you're
this
like,
out." Boom.
Like, listen.
Matthews is usually
They're notorious.
pretty
for
good with
quiet
those.
bows.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I
That's awesome.
got a new bow. I'm pumped to do it, and
Please tell me you got it on camera. You doing your thing.
no, I didn't.
He loves to do it, man.
It's my thing.
Now,
It's my thing.
Now the thing is, I'm so used to it. Every time I go
Every
anywhere, I'm always like,
Boom. Yeah, man.
you know.
It's just like testing on a new fishing pole. You'll grab it and tap the tip on the ground.
Yeah.
Test the.
Take it.
Yeah.
I try to tie it in a knot like the ugly stick. Remember that? It was like, hey, if you can break it, you get a new ugly stick.
Trust me, I tried.
Yeah. Yeah, and they do break.
Yes, they do.
Well, Sean, for people that want to, follow the updates for you guys and
Yep.
shop for your gear, where can they go?
Obviously our website, right? Trophyline.com. But we did come up with a couple. Our biggest thing is customer service, right? We strive to continue to evolve and get better at customer service, and we just want to make it accessible. So obviously you can find out a lot of information on our website, trophyline.com, but you can always reach out to us. We at info@trophyline.com. We get lots of emails all the time. Call us. We got 855-948-4868, or
That's Sean's personal cell phone, by the way.
Yeah. Or it's 948 hunt HUNT. And but we just added texting to it. So you don't want to call, you don't want to talk to us, that's fine. Just text us. Somebody will answer.
Cool.
And then
Sean, hey,
hey, get these quicker.
yeah,
As soon as this thing bobs out, I promise you I'll start getting texts. And then the last thing we just added was chat function on our website. So a lot of guys, a lot of hunters are on there for the first time in the middle of their order and are like, oh man, I need to confirm my size. I don't have to go to email or call them or whatever. You literally pop down the right hand corner. Boop, boop, boop. We'll answer.
Sweet.
Beautiful.
And the best part too is, I want people to know this. Like, it's not going to like a help desk,
Right.
It is literally coming to, a half dozen of our phones. Someone, it's that live and breathe this every single day, and put their heart and soul into it. Is answering your questions. So
it's not gonna be some guy with an accent named John Smith. Hi, this is John Smith. Yeah.
No, you're not.
Hey, no, you're not John Smith.
No. So, but no, we pride ourselves on that. Not just good product, but great customer service. So
Excellent.
proud of the team.
Yeah, no, you guys have been great. We appreciate it. For everybody listening, go check them out. Sean, thanks again for doing this. Had a blast.
Absolutely. No, can't wait till next time.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll see it. All right, we did it.